Ayman Khan here for Seconds Out with Mr. WBC Mauricio Sulaiman at the Repton Boxing Club. Mauricio, it's good to see so many kids here getting to learn their foundations for boxing, heading towards titles in the future, amateur titles, professional titles in the future. So many names have come through this gym.
Oh, it's unbelievable. This is the history of boxing. Since 1894, this building has been taking kids and forming a good life for them. Any person that is not in a sport, that is not in boxing, has many other alternatives in life, many of them going in a wrong direction. What a boxing gym does, it creates an atmosphere of hard work, dedication, passion, respect, clean life, and then builds dreams to become someone in life. I'm just one of the best days in my life to be here with the kids, with the coaches. They are heroes because they do not do this for work. They are not making any money. They don't manage fighters. There are no professional fighters. So they do this for the passion, for the service of the kids.
Can I ask you, across all the gyms you visited across the world, do you see any differences between how coaches do things at the foundation level across all different countries? Or are they all broadly similar?
Well, I would say similar. Of course, each one has their own magic, their own process, their own style. But you have to stretch, you have to warm up, you have to do the rope, and then it's a variety of, but it has the style of each one, but it's mostly similar process. Boxing gyms smell the same, whether you're in London, Mexico, or Japan. It's the smell of a boxing gym that counts.
I see you reunited again with your good friend Michael Watson. Great to see Michael Watson smiling, looking good too.
Oh, he's our ambassador. It's great to be with him after so many things he's been through. He's a proud friend, a proud member of the WBC. He cares, and he's just inspiring everyone.
Moving on to the wider, broader boxing topics, we would have seen Fury versus Usyk today had it not been for a cut suffered during sparring. Just your thoughts on that rescheduling of that undisputed fight?
Well, it was a blow to everyone. We would be in Riyadh right now expecting the fight to happen, but life is life, boxing is boxing. Now, May 18, we were going to see that great fight. So nothing changed, just frustration. The hard work, dedication, and so much work put into it has extended a little bit more.
Can I ask you, there were calls from Usyk's team, mainly from Krasik and Klimas, that Fury should be stripped of that title. Was that ever a possibility that Fury was stripped of the WBC title as they pushed for?
No, we never received any request for taking any decision like that. Absolutely not. It's just the heat of the moment, the frustration. You have to understand, so much is on the line in this fight. So to receive the news that the fight is postponed, you have to really have a very bad day.
Would there be any consideration for that if the May 18th date isn't met?
Well, I don't speculate. Can you imagine if I was to think what would if something happens? So many things happen in life. I'm a very proud president of our WBC champion, Tyson Fury. He has proven over and over he's the best heavyweight. I am very proud and a personal friend of Usyk. He was our WBC cruiserweight. He's my good friend, and we talk often. So whoever wins that fight is going to be a legend.
I wonder if you sound disappointed, as boxing fans might be disappointed as well, that if the rematch happens, it might not be for the undisputed, because the IBF might choose to have the title stripped from Usyk, and that means that the rematch wouldn't be for undisputed. Would you stand disappointed if that was the case? We wouldn't get 2 undisputed bouts?
I cannot respond of another organization. The WBC approved the fight for the undisputed and approved the rematch as it was requested. The winner of May 18 is the undisputed. That's it. I don't look for past that. When Crawford defeated Spence, he became the undisputed, the best welterweight. So it's a problem. There's issues in the structure of boxing from 60 years. Rules are old. and sometimes not everyone adapts to what is needed.
So recently you're looking to implement something new to the boxing structure and adapt with video technology being further cemented into the sport. In the UK, we've got VAR in football, and some of the UK boxing fans are not a big fan of that. Do you feel that some form of instant replay can be implemented properly and appropriately to be a success in the sport?
We have done it for 12 years, instant replay in WBC fights with great success in most countries. In the UK, I was here personally when Charlie Edwards got hit by Martinez. And we used a form of instant replay, which was just looking at the giant screens. Make common sense and take a just decision. Everybody saw what happened. Millions of people at home and 80,000 at the stadium, they're watching that something happened differently from what the referee ruled. You have to take action and and we did. So Tyson Fury against Ngannou, the referee called it a punch when Fury got caught. And I with the British Boxing Board of Control supervisor, we saw the screen and there was a headbutt. We ruled it there a headbutt. So I'm confident this is a must in boxing. We cannot have a controversy in this fight, the biggest fight in 25 years.
I understand that. I appreciate that. Hopefully it gets implemented in some form more successfully. Moving on to the undisputed light heavyweight titles. It appears that the fight is agreed for June 1st. Is it the case that WBC will be sanctioning the title for the belt given Dimitri Bivol's status? Sorry.
We're reviewing the whole situation. We'll be making a statement properly in the very near future.
Was it the case that Bivol had to make an application or process to give you details surrounding his nationality or background? Has that been given, or is that the case regarding the process?
We're addressing it, and I'm full confident we can have in the next week a good resolution.
Is it likely it'll be for the undisputed titles, Mauricio, can you say?
If I say, I will have to kill you. No, we will make a public statement with this situation, and it's a sensational moment that we're going through in boxing.
Moving on to AJ versus Ngannou, it was shown at the press conference that the winner would go on to fight for undisputed, but then also there'd be like an undisputed type of belt. I wonder, Mauricio, do you see that as potentially being a move for the Saudis to make their own kind of sanctioning form of giving their own belt into the scene? And do you think is that welcomed by you if that is to be the case?
I don't know. It's speculation as well. We support everything that is good for boxing. You cannot be a promoter and a sanctioned organization in boxing. That is against the law in some countries. But who does not want to see Ngannou fight Joshua? Who does not want to see Fury against Usyk? So there are great fights that have been done. They're doing very good for boxing, paying very good money to many fighters. And what is very curious, everybody criticized the WBC for ranking Ngannou. Now he's fighting Joshua. So I'm so pleased, so happy that our decision was correct. He's a number 10 contender of the WBC, and he's involved in a great fight.
Were you confused by some of the criticism that WBC faced? I understand that rules allow for, accounting for, sorry, there's a little bit loud there, isn't it? It's hard to concentrate. But WBC rules allow for other sports, what they did in the MMA field. So you took that into account for ranking Ngannou at the number 10 slot. But were you confused by some of that criticism?
Not confused, I understand. Many fans, many media do not go into detail with the rules. But we have ranked so many fighters coming from Muay Thai to professional boxing. We have done it in the past for many, many years. Of course, Ngannou being such high-profile case, everybody was confused and started yelling and putting their misery into attacks. But the reality, Ngannou, great MMA career, dropped the heavyweight champion, and lost a split decision. Who can go against him being ranked?
Finally, I saw that Samson Lukovic was really pushing for David Benavidez to take on Canelo, and he says that it's a stain on his record if he doesn't fight Canelo Alvarez. I know that Benavidez stands as WBC interim champion, but will there be any sort of a push for that fight to happen any further than the current public pushes for that bout?
Yeah, Benavidez is a mandatory contender. May apparently is already set for both fighters. And we will see what happens in the coming months. We're not promoters, and they are playing games. Everybody is playing games, and there's a lot of money involved for each fighter and each promoter and each network. So we're just letting them do some sparring, and then we will see what happens.
Lastly, it's just popped into my head. You had a meeting with all the promoters, didn't you? You got them round. You said to them, look, we've all got to work together. How receptive was all the promoters to that meeting and to your words of advocacy of getting together to make these big fights?
It was a great meeting. We went through many good concepts and we worked, and it was just sensational. Everybody in good spirits. We ended the meeting smiling and with good ideas and with reciprocity. Good things will come out of that.
Looking forward to seeing more good things in boxing. Mauricio, pleasure's all mine. Thanks for speaking to SecondsOut, sir. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Good man.
Appreciate it.